The question is always asked, what should you do between the assumption of the wish fulfilled and its realization? Neville was asked this question and his answer was nothing. It's a delusion that other than assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you can do anything to aid the realization of your desire. You think you can do something, you want to do something, but actually you can do nothing. The illusion of the free will to do is but ignorance of the law of assumption, upon which all action is based. Everything happens automatically. All that befalls you, all that is done by you happens. Your assumptions, conscious or unconscious, direct all thought and action to their fulfillment. To understand the law of assumption, to be convinced of its truth, means getting rid of all the illusions about free will to act. Free will actually means freedom to select any idea you desire. So you have free will, but free will to select which state of consciousness you will be in, which state of consciousness you are being. If you choose a state of consciousness, then you have the free will to change to another one. But once you embody a state, then you lose all free will at that point. You will be running automatically to realize the thing that you actually imagined, the thing that you are actually assuming that is true of yourself. You are changing in the multiverse. You are changing yourself. You change your conception of self because remember, you don't get what you want. You get what you are conscious of being. And now you change your conception of yourself. You are changing that. So if you change the conception of yourself, what do you expect? You will be doing things under compulsion, doing certain things that will aid you to get what you want. You assumed that you are a multimillionaire, for example. You'll be waking up, going to places you wouldn't normally go to, doing things you wouldn't normally do, and you will do things that will aid you to be that person. You will be that person eventually, but you are changing your conception of yourself. You are becoming a person that is capable of dealing with financial issues, dealing with everything about business. So you lost your free will once you imagined yourself to be someone else that you want to be. You imagined yourself that you wanted to be a businessman, for example. You imagined yourself that you are having a good physique right now. You have a good physique. So once you do it, you lost your free will. You will be waking up the next day and all of a sudden, you will be taking care of your diet under compulsion. All of a sudden, you would love to go to the gym more. You would love to do certain things. All of a sudden, your metabolism is much more higher. You have a higher metabolism right now. Like back in the day when you were a teenager, you had a higher metabolism than now. You are getting that back. You are becoming more hungry and you are eating the right food at the right time. All of a sudden, you are taking a certain supplement that is taking you to the next level. You lost free will, and now everything in your world is aiding you to get to the wish fulfilled. By assuming the idea already to be a fact, it is converted into reality. Beyond that, free will ends, and everything happens in harmony with the concept assumed. As I told you, once you choose a conception of yourself to be someone else, you lose all free will. You are waking up under compulsion to do certain things that will aid you to be that person. I can of mine own self do nothing, but I seek not mine own will, but the will of the Father which hath sent me. In this quotation, the Father obviously refers to God. In an earlier chapter, God is defined as I am. Not I will be, I am, always in present tense. This is why I am something always have a much powerful impact than I will be something. Since creation is finished, the Father is never in a position of saying, I will be. In other words, everything exists and the infinite I am consciousness can speak only in the present tense. Everything is here and now. This is why when you imagine, you are not imagining things to get it in the future. You are giving it to yourself now. The inner being within you is giving you that now. And that inner being is your imagination. Your imagination is connected to the universal mind, to the mind of God. You are connected to the source himself. Not my will, but thine be done. I will be is a confession that I am not. The Father's will is always I am. Until you realize that you are the Father, there is only one I am, and your infinite self is that I am. Your will is always I will be. So you must say I am. I am this, I am that. You are not pushing it away from you. There is only here and now. You are imagining things here and now. You are not imagining things to get it into the future. You are imagining things now. Be careful here. This is tricky. We are imagining things now in the present moment. We are not pushing it away from us. When you say I will be, it's just an indication that you are not it. So you are out of the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You must be in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Persist in it. Persistence is key, not forcing, but persistence. It's a mere assumption that you are the person you want to be. In the law of assumption, your consciousness of being is the Father's will. The mere wish without this consciousness is the my will. This great quotation, so little understood, is a perfect statement of the law of assumption. So, all you have to do is assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and stay therein. Stay with that feeling of the wish fulfilled and watch the magic happens. Watch the magic happens. Deny the evidence of the senses and just go within and give yourself what you want to give to yourself. And the inner man will give you what you imagined and what you consent to be true about yourself and about the world. It is impossible to do anything. You must be in order to do. It is impossible to do anything. You must be it in order to do it. You must be something before you do something. This is why you should assume it before anything. Don't try to attack the 3D world. You have to change yourself first. This is what Neville is talking about here. You cannot do anything without a change of your concept. You have to change the conception of yourself. Change that conception of yourself first, and then everything around you will change. So if you want to change your outer world by just attacking it, good luck. That won't do anything. It's like fighting with a mirror because it is frowning at you. When you will realize that you are frowning, therefore it is frowning back at you, then you will smile first and it will smile back. If you had a different concept of yourself, everything would be different. Told you. You are what you are. So everything is as it is. The events which you observe are determined by the concept you have of yourself. There is nothing to change but self. No one to change but self. If you change your concept of yourself, the events ahead of you in time are altered. But, thus altered, they form again a deterministic sequence starting from the moment of this changed concept. You are a being with powers of intervention, which enable you, by a change of consciousness, to alter the course of observed events. In fact, to change your future, deny the evidence of the senses and assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This very last part is the summary of all of what I'm talking about. If you want to change your life and change your future, deny the evidence of the senses and stay in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Persist in it. Be in it. Fall asleep every day in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Throughout the day, close your eyes for a few seconds and just imagine that you are the person you would like to be. You have the things you would like to have. You are the person that got all the things he desires. You got it all. You have it right now. And your failure to believe that you do is the reason you don't see it in this 3D hologram. So, you have free will to choose any conception that you want. You have to choose which concept of yourself you are choosing, and then choose that concept of yourself, embody that state, and then at that point, you are losing free will. At that point, you will be waking up under compulsion to do certain things you wouldn't normally do, but this will aid you to get to what you imagine to be true about yourself. This will aid you to get everything you have ever wanted. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe to the channel. Like to reach more people. Tell me down below in the comments, what do you want to see next? Check out the ebook in the description box. And until next video, I'll see you soon.